The best kind of New Year. The sun was setting over the colorful houses of Toca Town. It was New Year's Eve. Soren and Mila were rushing around the living room. "We have to make everything perfect before the clock strikes 12, Soren shouted, waving a glittery banner. Mila nodded, her arms full of fancy ribbons. Outside, the snow was soft and white. Hugo arrived at the door carrying a giant tangled ball of fairy lights. "I brought the sparkle," he cheered. Soren ran to help him, pulling on one end of the wires. They were moving so fast that their feet almost slipped on the shiny floor. Then, tragedy struck. Soren and Hugo tried to wrap the lights around the tall pine tree, but they pulled too hard. With a loud creak and a giant thump, the tree tipped over. Tinsel flew everywhere, and the golden star on top bounced across the floor. In the kitchen, Mila heard the crash and jumped. She had been so distracted that she forgot to check the timer. A thick cloud of gray smoke puffed out of the oven. "Oh no," Mila cried. Pulling out a tray of cookies that were as black as coal, Hugo ran to the wall to turn on the remaining decorations, hoping to cheer everyone up. But when he flipped the switch, there was a tiny pop! Suddenly, every light in the house went out. The room was dark and quiet. Soren let out a long, sad sigh. The three friends sat on the floor in the dark. "The tree is flat, the cookies are rocks, and we can't even see each other," Mila whispered. Soren looked at Mila and realized she looked very sad. He didn't want his friend to be sad on New Year's Eve. "Wait a minute," Soren said, standing up. "We were rushing so much that we forgot to have fun." He reached out a hand to Hugo. "The lights are out, but we have flashlights. Let's stop trying to be perfect and just help each other clean up." They decided to make things simple. Instead of the fancy lights, Soren and Mila sat together and used safety scissors to cut out stars from yellow paper. They didn't need electricity to make the room shine. They just needed their imagination. Hugo found a jar of milk, and they discovered that the burnt cookies weren't so bad if you dunked them. He and Soren sat by the fallen tree, which they had decorated with their new paper stars. They laughed as they shared the crunchy, chocolatey snacks. Suddenly, the town clock began to chime. 10, 9, 8. Mila and Hugo stood by the window, watching the fireworks start to pop in the sky over Toca Town. They didn't care about the broken lights or the messy room. They were together, and that was the best way to start a new year.